Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. A very warm welcome to you all to the Britain Theatre and to Graduation 2024, whether you're here in person or watching across the globe online. You are all equally welcome. This is, as you know, a momentous day for the United Kingdom, but it's a momentous day for you too, and that's just as important. I'd like now to call on our director, Professor Colin Lawson, to address us.
Chairman, colleagues, graduands, distinguished guests, my lords, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this very special ceremony, both to those of you in our brand new seating here in this glorious Britain Theatre at the Royal College of Music, and to everyone around the world joining us on the webcast, especially those who may be graduating in absentia. The RCM is a truly international conservatoire that attracts the finest musicians from around the globe. As director of the college, I'm immensely proud of our diverse community of students and staff representing some 60 nationalities. Your exceptional talent and creativity make a huge contribution to daily life at the RCM and ensure that the college continues to be recognised as a world-class conservatoire. Now more than ever, the RCM's international reach is a reminder that music is a language that recognises no borders. We are determined to demonstrate our connections to Europe and the rest of the world, to strengthen our international partnerships and create further opportunities for cultural exchange. Our collaborations across the world encompass Princeton and Boston universities in the USA and the great Scandinavian and European institutions. We connect widely across many countries in the Far East. The RCM was founded on the principle that world-class music education should be available to anyone with the talent and potential to succeed, regardless of their background or personal circumstances. Throughout our 140-year history, the college has upheld this ethos, welcoming, nurturing, and training the best and most promising talent from around the globe, sometimes in very challenging times. We can allow ourselves more than a little satisfaction in being, for the third year running, named the top conservatoire for music and the performing arts globally in the 2024 QS World University Rankings. And I know that it matters a great deal to all of us that we're also the UK's greenest higher education institution with fewer than 5,000 students in the most recent People and Planet League table. Our environmental policy across the college has many manifestations, from a new waste reduction strategy to the introduction of reusable tableware and a trial of digital programme notes. I think it's an important feature of the Royal College of Music that the institution is run by musicians for musicians, all with a real passion for what we do. Most of us here would agree with Plato, who 2,500 years ago made the inspiring comment that music gives a soul to the universe. According to Victor Hugo, writing some 250 years ago, music expresses that which cannot be said and on which it is impossible to be silent. Alas, not everyone in the UK is afforded the opportunities that we've enjoyed. Our chairman, Lord Black, has led widely reported debates in the House of Lords, noting that instead of music being a fundamental right of all children, it's rapidly becoming the preserve of the privileged few at independent schools, as it dies out in the state sector. Music matters first and foremost because it's the only universal language which connects all human beings, whether they live and work in a bustling city or dwell on the plains of a desert. The shocking figures for A-level music show an inevitable decline of nearly 50% in entries in England since 2010, and a postcode lottery of opportunity. Before lockdown, we commissioned a report that drew attention to this disgraceful state of affairs and gained a great deal of press attention in the process. In the current political climate, you may be surprised to hear that an American president weighed into this very debate, though it was during the 1970s. President Gerald Ford memorably said, "Music education opens doors that help children pass from school to the world of work, culture, intellectual activity, and human involvement. The future depends on providing our children with a complete education that includes music." This reminds me of a wise comment by the Hungarian composer Kodály, who argued that it is far more important who the elementary music teacher is in a small town than who the director of opera is. Because if the opera house director's no good, he'll be dismissed in a year. But a poor music teacher in a small town can kill off the love of music for 30 years from 30 classes of children. This is an enormous responsibility. Every member of the RCM is bound together by a deep love of what we do and has an important role in musical advocacy across the generations. Our core values are non-negotiable, but we're light on our feet and a flexible institution. And looking to the future, we're delighted to be streaming events such as this ceremony, for it's absolutely central to our mission to be a dynamic conservatoire that reflects and engages with modern life. The RCM achieves global reach in many different ways. Through hosting masterclasses, concerts, and promotional videos on our YouTube channel, we've succeeded in engaging with a truly worldwide audience. Of course, no amount of state-of-the-art technology can ever substitute for live performance or the interaction of musicians face-to-face. Nor, for that matter, can it ever eclipse the RCM's rich heritage. Apart from anything else, our list of alumni is formidable, including Nigel Black, Rebecca Clark, Natalie Klein, Samuel Coleridge-Taylor, Ruth Dyson, Gerald Finley, Ruth Gibbs, Sophia Guliak, David Hockings, Vanessa Latache, Jonathan Limalu, Elizabeth McConkie, William Myville, Barrington Phelan, Catherine Stott, Mark Anthony Turnage, Vasco Vasilev, and Rick Wakeman, who have all made significant and distinctive contributions to the world of music. Our museum and library collections are amazing, and nowadays far more visible within the newly configured estate. To take just two examples, we have the earliest known stringed keyboard instrument in the world from about 1480, and the autograph of Mozart's C minor piano concerto K491. Mention of distinguished alumni is a reminder that from the RCM's very outset, we've enjoyed a distinctive profile. At the time of our foundation in 1882, there was no systematic or course-based conservatoire provision in London. As the then Prince of Wales put it, the RCM was to be to England what the Berlin Conservatoire is to Germany, what the Paris Conservatoire is to France, or the Vienna Conservatoire to Austria, the recognized center and head of the musical world. He regretted that there was no centre of music to which English musicians may resort with confidence and thence derive instruction, counsel, and inspiration. The college has striven to fulfil this ambitious aspiration ever since, and its success as a place of musical learning, teaching, and research is inseparable from its role as a genuine centre of music for London, the UK, and the wider musical world. We are indeed fortunate to have as our patron such a passionate music lover as His Majesty King Charles III. The college wants everyone who has contact with the RCM to be transformed by the experience and to feel that they've developed another dimension in their relationship with music. We aim to foreground the inspirational aspect of musical experience that transforms it from excellent to exceptional, from enjoyable to life-changing. Over the last generation or so, the RCM has been a trailblazer in developing a subtle blend of education and training that provides an holistic student experience. Our core one-to-one tuition is supplemented by an annual programme of as many as 500 concerts, masterclasses and opera productions, bringing to the college a dazzling roster of visiting musicians throughout the year. I must pay special tribute to Stephen Johns, our artistic director, who will be leaving the college in September after a spectacular 14 years in post. His profile as a world-class record producer has directly inflected our roster of visiting luminaries. Just within this academic year, we've had the benefit of working with Sir Thomas Allen, Martin Brabbins, Imogen Cooper, the late Sir Andrew Davis, Håkan Hardenberger, Mike Lovett, Sir Antonio Papano, Vasily Petrenko, Chloe van Sertestede, and Jack Van Steen. Students responded magnificently to the challenge of performing Messiaen's epic Taranga Leela Symphony at the Royal Festival Hall. There have been 3 RCM concerts at Wigmore Hall this term. Meanwhile, we look forward to our prom with the Sibelius Academy Helsinki under the baton of Sakari Oromo. Thank you and your team, Stephen, for enriching our performance programme, inviting the very finest artists here, and for your unwavering insistence on the highest artistic standards. A more probing approach to repertory continues to reflect the excellent work of our Equality, Diversity and Inclusion Committee. This year, we've restated our commitment to the ideals of an inclusive, open and just society, supporting students from every social, economic and ethnic background as we provide access to the highest levels of musical excellence. True to our founding principles, we recognise the obligation to be a relevant, persuasive and world-leading advocate for the future of music, as an agent for positive and meaningful cultural change. There's been an avalanche of individual musical successes this year, with students dominating competitions in the UK and beyond. We keep track of all these through our RCM magazine Upbeat. The many successes of our students are only made possible through an active scholarships programme, enabling talented young musicians from around the world to study at the college, whatever their financial resources. The generous investment of today's donors provides students with the facilities, funding, instruments and innovative teaching that will ensure their success as world-class musicians. Thank you for your valued support in whatever form it takes. Students are truly our greatest advocates. I know that many of you have engaged with our Learning and Participation programme, RCM Sparks, and we hope that some of you will continue to do so when you graduate. The programme continues to increase the proportion of participants from underrepresented and disadvantaged groups who engage with the RCM. It helps to bridge the gap and broker relationships with local families, community centres, schools and our local Triborough Music Hub, providing a pathway for a continuing musical journey. Our junior department on Saturdays continues to flourish, providing an inspirational music education for talented young musicians, whose needs it has met for almost 100 years, adapting to the changing educational and musical landscape while providing a challenging musical programme designed to prepare students for musical life in the 21st century. Alongside our global aspirations, much activity takes place on this campus that impacts on the wider world beyond music, not least our research within the arts and health agenda, which greatly benefits from our close association with Imperial College next door. Increasingly, the college is recognised at the cutting edge of digital technology, an area of development that complements its profile as guardian of a priceless musical heritage. Following a £1.9 million grant from the Arts and Humanities Research Council, we've built a new pioneering performance laboratory that utilises technology further than ever before, with global impact well beyond music. While simulating the ambiance, visual aspect and acoustical properties of concert halls, the new space has implications for business leaders, sport, medicine, education and other creative practices. Innovation and heritage are further linked in a unique project to construct 3D models of historical instruments, enabling the protection of rare originals and the promotion of otherwise unavailable sounds to new audiences. The museum was this year awarded a grant of £1.1 million over 5 years from Research England to support its work in advancing the understanding of music culture through history and societies. One of our cherished aims is to deliver excellence in fitting surroundings. We know that students particularly value practice facilities, and we recently radically increased the number of practice rooms in the Blomfield building. Our still new Hall of Residence, Prince Consort Village, has been proving immensely popular, not least because it's been tailored to the needs of musicians. Our project to expand the RCM bore the title Reimagining the Royal College of Music, and I think we really have achieved that. Our new performance spaces are a real enhancement as we relish the rich networking opportunities afforded by the cafe and courtyard. This was indeed the most ambitious estates project in our 140-year history, a reinvigorating of the RCM that makes an affirmative and bold statement that everyone is welcome inside these walls, whether to witness life-changing musical achievement, to enjoy our collections, or to take refreshment in the company of our international student cohort and distinguished visitors. Including our purchase of the nearby site formerly occupied by English National Ballet, we have virtually doubled the RCM footprint since 2017. Our current success owes much to Council and its dynamic chairman, but also to my highly committed colleagues here at the College. It is a humbling experience to attempt to lead such a pool of radiant talent, and I know that students and guests will all join me in applauding the wonderful staff across the RCM for creating the optimistic and happy working environment for which the College is famous. I too am about to relinquish my post at the College. I won't use the word retirement. It's been a huge privilege to lead the RCM during the past 19 years, and so to be able to play a small part in its illustrious history. I'm proud to have been the longest-serving director after Sir Hubert Parry, and rather more sanguine about currently being the oldest. Continuing to perform and working across theory and practice have always been integral to me as director. A real highlight has been the opportunity occasionally to collaborate with students and staff, to coach chamber music and teach the early clarinet. Meanwhile, I should like to take this opportunity to thank all members of the College and the wider RCM family for your unwavering kindness and support during an especially ambitious period and a time of great change. But, graduates, this is your celebration. Today's graduation ceremony is a very special event in the College calendar. For those of you who are here to receive awards or to support friends or members of your family, I hope that today will be a particularly memorable occasion, and one that everyone in this theatre will remember with pleasure and pride. Graduands, you remain members of the College, and we're all part of the brand that is the RCM. You will be joining a network of over 8,000 illustrious alumni reaching far and wide across the globe. Don't forget that we're committed to the ongoing professional development of our musicians, and through the Creative Careers Centre, all services continue to be available for 5 years after graduation. Some of these services include one-to-one career guidance sessions, a broad range of performance opportunities, education work, useful fact sheets and resources, a weekly email with jobs and opportunities in the industry, plus a series of careers events tailored for graduates. Please continue to act as our ambassadors, for we are very proud of what you've already achieved. Please keep in touch, give us your news, and remember to mention your time here, especially in your concert biographies. We need you to support us and to be fiercely loyal to the College. I hope in time you'll also consider continuing the tradition of alumni supporting current students. Friends and family, you form an essential part of the picture. No musician can survive without a great deal of support of all kinds and, let's face it, an occasional ego massage. Graduates, you're about to become alumni of one of the world's great conservatoires. I offer my own personal congratulations to all of you as we turn now to the conferment ceremony. In addition to those present, we celebrate the achievements of those graduating who cannot be here today and are watching online. Their names are scrolling across the screen for those watching our live stream. The head of postgraduate programs, Professor Mark Bowden, will read the list of those receiving postgraduate awards who are present today.
The following postgraduate students have satisfied the examiners in the requirements for the award of postgraduate diploma, or have been admitted to and awarded the degree of Master of Performance or Master of Music of the Royal College of Music. Postgraduate Diploma in Performance, Ekaterina Daniela Popescu. Master of Performance, May Abercrombie, Christiana Akeem, Laura Mary Ahern, Joshua Allen. Vusala Babayeva, Zoe Barnett, Miriam Bartol, Vera Burma. Madeline Borum, Simon Brown, Ailif Jansova. Sin Yu Tsao, Abhishri Chowdhury, Hua Yi Chen, Charlotte Clapperton. Benjamin Collier, Matilda Coulton, Heng Toy, Alexandra Dunaiva. Isabel Essayen, Maria Filipova, Connor Gingell, Daniela Guillen Garcia. Anissa Carly Geibel, Isabel Haley Porteous, Samuel James Hurd, Layla Jasmine Lona Hooton. Jin Yao Ho, Lok Yin Hui, Matthew Idison, Chen Mei Jiang. Bing Bing Jiang, Yizhen Jia, Gavin Johnson. Lily Vera Kettle, Amelia Grace Langley, Francesca Laurie, Cao Yan Lung. Sin Ta Ian Lim, Chun Ho Lok, Kei Yin Lau. Paulina Makina, Julia Metzmacher, Shung Yu Fan Miao, Elliot Thomas Milam. Elizabeth Nagel, Ira Rose Lords Mary Norman, Michal Oren, James Parkinson. Sephirina Penny, Thibaut Paynel, Marion Portelance, Fei-Min Xiao. Amber Reeves Piggott, Michael Roche, Ewan Scott, Kaya Seshek. Edward Smith, Anna Rogers, Misato Makiyama. Otoha Tabata, Jamie Tweed, Jui Wang, Poppy Webb Taylor. Jing Yi Wei, Alexandria Ivy White, Maria Willis. Ross Williams, Ying Loan Wong, Felicitas Reed. Jiaxin Yang, Chang Yu Jin, Ni Zhang. For the award of Master of Music in Performance, Amelia Atkinson, Tai Fun Bombos, Katie May Bunny, Connor Campbell. Richard Decker, Kushan Avishka Adiri Singh, Haitong Fu, Olivia Gandhi. Leo Glenister, Vladimir Grudin, Yiling Huang, Hoi Lam Hui. Anastasia Korn, Hoi Shan Lai, Alexander McKinder, Nicole Michaeli. Elida Deniz Oz, Ellen Grace Pearson, Yinje Yuan. Fengwei Zhao, Huan Zhang, Tianlang Zhao. And that concludes the conferment of Taught Postgraduate Awards.
In March 2021, the Royal College of Music announced a new scheme, RCM Accelerate, to support graduating students launch their careers. RCM Accelerate, run by the RCM's Creative Careers Centre, is intended to support graduating students and help kick-start a new creative project, social enterprise or business idea, or develop an existing initiative. The scheme is intended to reflect the RCM ideals of an inclusive, open and just society. This year's recipients present at this ceremony are Alex McKinder and Christiana Achim. Each year, the college awards a number of prizes, many of which are awarded on the basis of competitions. In addition, the RCM also awards 4 special prizes: the Worshipful Company of Musicians Silver Medal, which was announced at an earlier ceremony, the Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother Rose Bowl, and the 2 Tagore Gold Medals. I shall now announce the winners of the Tagore medals. When your name is called, please can you come up to the stage. The Tagore Gold Medals were endowed to commemorate the marriage of Their Majesties King George V and Queen Mary. Since 1952, 2 medals have been awarded annually to students who are judged to have made outstanding contributions musically and in other important ways to the life of the Royal College of Music. The Tagore Gold Medals for 2024 are awarded to Sam Hurd and Olivia Gandhi. Further Accelerate winners and recipients of the Queen Elizabeth Rose Bowl will be announced at the graduation ceremony taking place later today.
Graduates, distinguished guests, director, members of council, ladies and gentlemen, it's one of my greatest privileges as chairman of council to say a few words at graduation and warmly to congratulate you all, whether you're here in person or graduating in absentia, on your success. Our pride in you knows no bounds. Our faith in your future is limitless, and our gratitude for all you have individually contributed to life at the college, as rich in its magnificent diversity as it is in the genius of its musicianship, is profound. We give great thanks too to your families and friends who've supported you during your time here. This is their day too, because of the vital role they play in your lives, shaping you, encouraging you, applauding you, and today taking the utmost pleasure in your achievements as you look to the future. Perhaps that greatest of Roman poets, Virgil, once wrote, "Nothing shall ever erase this day from the memory of time." And that is how all of us feel as we salute you all with optimism in our hearts. Always remember this day as a pinnacle of your achievements as you step forward in the next stage of your careers here or elsewhere. When addressing graduates at Harvard a century ago, another US president, Woodrow Wilson, told them this: "You who stand here, chisel in hand, about to hew out the future, have something in you, humanity's most precious gift, the eternal resilience, the everlasting bond in mankind." He might have been speaking to you, as you have in your hands that most precious gift of all and the most sacred challenge of all, safeguarding the future of music, humanity's greatest achievement. As well as congratulating you all, it's my opportunity to thank all those who played such a vital role in the college in this academic year. Being #1 conservatoire in the world 3 years running doesn't just happen by chance. It has taken years of painstaking hard work, an audacious vision, abundant care, and unrestrained sheer graft to get here. And so many people have played a role. I pay exceptional tribute to all who teach at the RCM. They make us the world-class institution we are. They are an inspiration to all of you, the finest possible ambassadors for our college, and the greatest possible proponents of the importance of music. Equal thanks to those who make this extraordinary place run so smoothly, those who raise the funds to support the scholarships from which so many benefit and to invest in our buildings, who market our successes and our message, who manage the box office, who tend the estate, who run the library and the museum, who work in the cafeteria, and so many other things. They are all crucial to our success and to the quality of life here. And my profound gratitude too to all my colleagues on council, a number of whom are here today. They are an integral part of the army of volunteers who make this place so special, giving freely of their wisdom, their expertise, and above all their commitment, as strong as steel, to enhancing the student experience. My debt to them all, in particular my indefatigable Deputy Cathy Clark, whose commitment to the college is as enduring as is her passion for music. One of those colleagues on council is Timon Jorgelski, who was served with distinction as SU president, not just for 1, but for 2 years. Timon's voice on council, championing students with boundless energy and ceaseless enthusiasm, is inspiring to us all. His comments are always insightful, his questions probing, as he holds our feet to the fire, not least on issues including diversity and inclusion, access, the environment, and mental health. His voice is vital and always listened to with care and attention. Timon, we're hugely in your debt. It's been a real pleasure working with you these last 2 years, and we wish you every success for the future. To all of you, my great thanks. But there is one person I have not yet mentioned who has for nearly 2 decades been the face of the college, the person who's dreamed the dreams which took us to number 1, the non-stop engine of the college's success and advancement, our director, Professor Colin Lawson. For a generation, he's led this college with inspirational vision, immaculate care, and with seemingly infinite energy. He's built around him a superb team which has powered the transformation of the college and, of course, steered it through many tough challenges: a financial crash, the horror of Brexit, COVID, soaring inflation, then to come out on the other side as number 1 in the world and stronger than ever. What we owe to him is impossible to express. Exactly a century ago, Sir Hugh Allen, one of Colin's predecessors, speaking to your forebears, had this to say about Charles Villiers Stanford, a founding professor of our college. The debt which the college owes him is only part of a larger debt which music owes him. With those who have studied here, Stanford has woven a garland, as he was pleased to call it, which now adorns him, and it is a noble one. Wherever you look, you will find his graduates among the foremost musicians of today, and through them, most of tomorrow. Now, a century on, those words echo with uncanny resonance about someone who also occupies a towering position in the history of our college and in the musical life of our nation. He, too, wears that garland. Forgive me a personal note. I've known Colin through most of his time here. To me, he's always been an inspiration and mentor, but also the greatest of friends. I shall miss him. The college will miss him more than I can say. He has, as Sir Hugh said, helped shape not just music for today, but for tomorrow. As he retires, sorry to use that word, as he retires, we give him an unshakable commitment that we will continue his work and fulfill his vision to the best of our ability, and I hope he will look on with pride. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you will join me in showing our profound gratitude to Professor Colin Lawson, with all our good wishes for the future and our eternal thanks for all he has done for us and all he has meant to us. Our sadness at your departure is matched in emotion by our sure, sound and strong belief that the future of the RCM is safe in the hands of your worthy successor, James Williams. To him we wish every success as he builds on your unshakable legacy, and we look forward to working with him with hope and optimism for the future. Graduates, your achievements celebrated today weren't ordained in the stars. From the moment you arrived here, there have never been guarantees of success. That you are here right now, graduating from the finest conservatoire in the world, is the result not of entitlement, but of years of hard work, sometimes stress, sometimes great anxiety, but always single-minded commitment and determination to get to the top, to be your very best. And that's what being a graduate of the RCM is all about, being the best. But it's about something else too, and that is recognizing that this is not the end of a journey, but simply a staging post on it. Graduation today is the start of lifelong learning. And in the digital age, alongside the transformative impact of artificial intelligence, that is absolutely crucial. The strength of musicians depends on their ability to learn how to change and how to grow. Now, in many ways, life has never been so bewildering for musicians. Music education, as Colin said, the bedrock of everything we do, is under real attack. The disaster of Brexit has made touring something so important to music and the wider creative industries complex and costly. Grassroots music venues are closing. Arts Council funding for classical music is now a cross between the inexplicable and the disdainful. Government, by its apathy, has seemed, and I say has seemed, not to understand or value music. So it's a tough world out there. But, and this is so important, as the Greek philosopher Heraclitus said, struggle is the very center of our existence, for out of it comes all the energy of the universe. And music, man's greatest achievement, humankind's only universal language, is the beating heart of that vital energy. That's why the history of music is the history of humanity itself. That's why you are so important, and why placing the future of music in your hands is a trust that you must hold sacred, and I know you will. In his poem, Give All to Love, Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote these words about music. Nothing refuse it, 'tis a brave master. Let it have scope, follow it utterly. Hope beyond hope, high and more high it dives into noon, with wing unspent, untold intent. But it is a god, knows its own path and the outlets of the sky. Nothing refuse it, let it have scope, follow it utterly. That is absolutely what we must all do, and why, despite all the current challenges, I'm so optimistic about the future. Optimistic because of your commitment to the future, your commitment to music, which goes to the heart of all that is best about humanity. Your commitment to our environment and to building a sustainable green future for the generations of musicians who will come after you. Your commitment to the global power of music, creating a truly international future, and in particular one in which, because of the genius of our musicians, we take our place at the heart of Europe rather than watching forlornly from the sidelines. Your commitment to shaping the music industry with equality and inclusion at its heart, with your visceral understanding that music is at its strongest when it is at its most diverse. All that will ensure the future is safe in your hands. Know that you will always be a cherished part of the RCM family. Know that we take the greatest pride in you. Know that with you, we will continue to do everything we can to safeguard the future of music, into the tapestry of which you are now woven. Whatever you're doing now, whether you're returning next term or leaving for pastures new, I congratulate you all on your outstanding achievements and wish you the very best of luck. In those most powerful words of Walt Whitman, now, voyager, sail thou forth to seek and find. Thank you very much.
Graduates, it is such an honor and pleasure to be here and celebrate your achievements. What a situation we find ourselves in. The fanfares, the gowns, and presence of many guests. Remember, this is about you. You have worked hard to get here, and it might have been a difficult journey. So be proud of this moment now and later in life, whatever you might be doing after RCM. There are a number of people who enabled this journey for you. Lord Black and RCM Council members tirelessly donate their time and expertise for the college. You would not believe the level of dedication for music and education until you sat on one of the meetings with them. Thank you on behalf of all students for caring about our experience and your genuine interest in the Students' Union. I have a great admiration for professors and staff at all levels who look after classes we all attended, concerts we played in, and skills we gained here. This work is impossible to measure, and I am sure each student has their own array of thanks to give for their experience at the college. Without repeating too much of what you already heard over the last weeks, I specifically want to thank you, Colin, for your work that has been going on almost since I was born. To be honest, it is hard to even imagine what this involved over the years, but I am channeling the gratitude of all the SU presidents of the past that you worked with. Thank you. There are so many people working hard to keep this place going. I cannot possibly list them all, but I will just mention some. The librarians who obtain the music we play from, administration of the faculties, P&P, registry, and other departments in the exchange, the estates and facilities staff who keep this amazing place in the best condition possible, and who make sure that whatever the SU is up to, it is safe. The constant support from the student services, RCM studio staff who make this live stream possible, the reception and front of house staff who look after precious stewarding shifts. All these and more staff members deserve our sincere thanks. I have to say something about the privilege I have had over the last 2 years. Seriously, this was an amazing job, and thank you for allowing me to do it. I have learned so much about others and myself. This experience will stay with me for life. Last thanks today go to my amazing SUT members, some of whom are graduating today. Layla, thank you for all your work so far, and good luck next year. You better start writing your speech right now. I don't have much to say now, apart from acknowledging this special year group. With some of you, I have been at college since 2018, and I am so happy that we got one more graduation together. Congratulations to all on your graduation, and see you at the reception.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our ceremony for today. We look forward to seeing you all for some very well-deserved refreshments in the Amaryllis Fleming Concert Hall shortly. In the meantime, could you kindly stand while the platform party leaves? Thank you.